Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be making gift tags. I'm going to show you how to use this really pretty teacup napkin and turn it into an adorable gift tag. So let's get started. A few weeks ago I created a card using this teacup napkin, and it was really popular, and I asked some of you if you would like me to show you how to do the gift tag, and many of you said yes you would. So here it is. So this napkin is so pretty, and it's a 2-ply napkin. So what I'm going to do is, let me show you what I do with the gift tag. Whenever I make gift tags, I like to use boxes, like cereal boxes, and cut them up. And so what I did was I made some larger gift tags like these, and I just cut my own template. I didn't like go and take a gift tag and trace around it, but you could do that if that's easier for you. And so these are actually the cereal boxes. So you see what that looks like on the back? And if you wanted to, I painted the front. You could also paint the back side too if you want. But if you're not really wanting to do that, you can just cover it with more napkins. So that's what I'm going to do today. And then I did have some little ones that I made. And so if you have gift tags that are left over, maybe someone gave you a gift, don't throw those away. Just, you can paint them over and make something, make something out of it, or use it for another project. I love making gift tags because there's so much you can do with it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, and this has acrylic paint on it, so I wasn't sure that when I used my craft bond, my glue stick, to adhere my napkin, I wasn't sure if the acrylic paint would come off, but I let these dry overnight. So I did a whole bunch of them and just let them dry. And so what you're going to need to do is, I'm just going to move this out the way because I'm going to need that for something else. You're going to make sure that this is really saturated. And so when I say saturated, you want to make sure the whole area is covered with the glue from the glue stick. So you just want to make sure that the whole area, every single part of your tag is covered. And you can kind of look at it and see. And after doing several of these, that's really the trick to getting a good stick when we apply the napkin on here. And I actually hear my dog Cinnamon at the door barking because he knows I'm in here and he knows I'm crafting. So it's one of his favorite things to do is to sit in here with me and listen to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to just set that aside. And I actually should have done this first. I already had my my napkin kind of measured out. So like 1 square of this would really fit pretty good. So before I take off the backing on this, I'm just going to cut it first because it makes it a lot easier since the napkin is delicate. So this fits perfect for these larger tags that I have. So the nice thing is that you can tailor your tags as large or as small as you want. Okay, and so I'm going to take this off. Just kind of find where you would pull that off. And I'm going to just pull that just like that. And you see what that looks like? And I'm going to take this. So you might want to do this step first, pull this apart, and then put your glue on. But I think it should still work. So now you just have to position it where you actually want your tag to be. Like I see the teacup handles here. There's some over here, but it really doesn't matter for me right now. I'm just showing you, but just so you can kind of see right through it, I can position this where I want it. And so you notice I changed the surface underneath, because if I did it on this other surface, I already have glue on here. And for putting the other side on, you just want to make sure that you don't have a surface where this will stick to. So you want a nice smooth surface. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and I'm just going to line it up, because I do want that part on the bottom there, that little border. I really like that. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smooth it on. Just like this, smoothing it really good. Just get all of the areas there. Earlier I was doing kind of like this kind of thing. But whatever works for you, as long as you kind of smooth the whole area. Okay, and when you're handling your napkin, once it's adhered, just be careful that you don't have anything sticking to your hands. Nothing sticky on the hands, because that'll just pull off your napkin. Okay, so now we got a good stick on this one. I can kind of tell. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of cut it away. Turn it this way. Just taking my time to just cut it. Right up to the edge there. This is another craft that I could just do all day long. And I'm keeping my pieces because I just don't know what I'm going to use them for. But guess what? That's going into my scrap box. And this has this really nice feeling to it. It's almost like it feels almost like a cloth. So I really love the way that feels on there. So then you have this. Look how artsy that looks. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make sure, I don't want to put this on the sticky part. This is what I was talking about, because this has like some sticky stuff on it. So I'm just going to use this little corner right here. And I'm going to apply my glue. So the whole thing is you don't want to have anything sticky because it'll pull off this right here. Right? So now this part doesn't have white on it. This is going to be my back part. But I think it's still going to work because the colors are similar to the napkin. Now, if it was like if the back doesn't matter for you, then don't worry about it. But I want that back covered because I want it to be a really cute gift tag. But if I was going to use this and put it maybe on a card or embellish some type of journal, then I would leave it just like this. It wouldn't matter, because no one's going to see it. Okay, so I'm going to get this back again. And of course, now that I have my napkin all measured out, this can go pretty quick now. And this is just the back part, just to decorate it. And I'm trying to make sure that my fingers don't have anything sticky on it. So let's see where we can pull this apart here. I tell you, this crafting with napkins just takes everything to another level. So much fun, and each one is just so different. Now you see how that's curling up? Don't worry about that. It'll straighten itself out once I get this other part on here. And that's because it has that glue on there, so it's still a little bit wet. So I'm just pressing this on, and I want to make sure I don't have anything on my fingers because I already felt like that was sticking. So this is the front side that I painted. I'll show you what that back side looks like without the paint on it. But I think because this has like the beige in it, the darker colors, this is all right. It works okay. It might just be like a little darker. And you see, it's just a little bit darker because the white paint makes the napkin, the graphics on the napkin really stand out. Okay, so I'm going to, now that I got a good stick on there, and smooth it all out, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And just take your time on this. There's no There's no rush. Crafting is not supposed to be a big rush thing, because then it just kind of takes away from the beauty of just enjoying the process. So I hope you're getting ideas from this. All those napkins. Imagine for the holidays, all of the stuff you can make. Because I have some Christmas napkins that I'm thinking of doing a project with that. I'm actually going to definitely do a project with that because I think it'll make a nice Christmas card. But could you imagine having the Christmas card and the matching gift tag to go with it? So it makes a nice keepsake too. Okay, so that's on really nice. And look at that. So this is the front, this is the back. And see, it didn't really, it's not as vibrant. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it still works. But if you want to paint yours white, then go ahead. Now this one right here, let me see which one. This is kind of like that sturdy kind of packaging that comes in. This was actually my husband's, he bought a new shirt and it had the packaging in it, and I cut that up into gift tags, and it was just white. So I said, this will be perfect for me making some of those gift tags. So this I won't have to paint. I can just apply my napkins. Okay, so you see how that was bending a little bit? I'm just kind of helping it along there. And so now it is time to decorate our tag. And you can do a bunch of these, let them dry, and then go back and paint them up. If you want to just apply the napkins and just leave them, and then when you need them, you go in and decorate them. But I want to do the whole process so you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to punch a hole in this. And I also want to have a border around this. So I'm going to take this. I'm just using a permanent marker. And I don't want that white or light colored border to show through. So I always use some kind of marker to kind of darken it up. You just take your time with this part. And there's a tiny part right here that I probably missed right in the corner. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit of my glue. You see how that's coming up right there? That's like a little part that I missed. Okay. And look how cute that is. Just putting that little border around there really helps. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some designs on here. So let's see. I think I want to put some lacy ribbon on here. I got my 99-cent ribbon that I got from, I think this one is from Walmart. There's a dollar section in Walmart, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut some of this out. And I think that would look really pretty across there. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue to put this on. I think that'll work fine. You can use a glue gun if you want. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. I think this will still give it a good stick. The nice thing is that it dries clear, so. Just making a little border. And you could just use anything you want from your stash. This is your project, your rules. I'm just trying to give you some inspiration So remember that it's your project, your rules. You get to make up all the rules. Okay, so I put 3 dots here. I think I'm going to put some of these little blue gems. There's some really tiny ones. I think those will look real pretty on there. You see how that looks? And got a larger gem here. I'm not going to use it. Let's see, I might go back and use that. But what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and outline some of this stuff. Here's the really nice thing about these is that you can actually draw on your napkin and add stuff to it. So it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to look just the way it looks. If you want to enhance it more, you can. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm just tracing the leaves on here. And you just want to do light touches, just lightly. And I could tell from while I'm doing this that my napkin is still a little bit wet under there from the glue stick. So just be careful because it can actually pull up some of your napkin because it's still wet. And see, just outlining those leaves does something to it. Brings it out more. So this is just so much fun doing this. Highlight some of these flowers on here. That is pretty. Okay, and I have some, I'm going to use some of these, the Nuvo glitter drops. And I got these from Maymay's store on maymaymadeit.com. And I think these are a great way to enhance some of your stuff. So right where the flower is, the flower center, I'm going to take that and just add just the, well, I thought it was going to be a little bit. That's a little bit too much, but this dries like little pearl droplets. And the color is perfect. So and it gives it a little bit of dimension on your gift tag. So these are the Nuvo drops, and this one is, let's see if I can read those tiny words. Blue, this is Blue Lagoon. So I thought that was very pretty. And so that's what it looks like right now. So all you're doing is enhancing the artwork that's already there. You're allowing your napkin to actually do most of the work because everything is right there. The napkin is so pretty, you're just enhancing it. So I'm going to take some of my Stardust stickles, and this is perfect for paper crafting. And I'm going to just outline. I want some sparkly stuff on here. I'm just going to outline my teacups. Just giving a nice little outline. And let's see, I might go ahead and do the handle. Why not, right? See how much stuff you can actually do with this? I mean, you can just do the handle of it. You can do just certain parts. It's just up to you. If you don't want any sparkle on it, if you just want to leave it plain, it still looks nice because the napkin is really pretty. Okay, let's see what else we can add to this. Thinking of possibly putting I just love pearls. I'm possibly thinking of putting a pearl like right in here maybe. Let's see. So addicted to pearls. So I may just take one of those and put it on there. Just right in the center here. And many of you have asked me about this tip that goes on here. This little, silver tip, along with this pin that goes inside of here, it stops this from clogging. And I got this, this is actually in Maymay's store, maymay.com, maymaymadeit.com. And I will put the link below for this. It doesn't come with this. You have to buy this separate, but it comes in a set. This comes with this right here. It's such a lifesaver, and your glue doesn't get clogged. And when I'm done with it, I just put that little pin in back in the top here, and I'm good to go. And then your glue doesn't come out all over the place. That's the other thing. Just those little handy dandy tools to make life easier. Okay, so now we got the sparkly stuff on. Look at that. You can get really creative with these. These in itself are a work of art. So if you don't want to start with a larger one like this, you can do the smaller ones too. It doesn't have to be perfectly cut out, because this one definitely isn't. But I'm okay with it. I'm having fun here. Okay, so I'm going to use my Jelly Roll pen. And I think I'm just going to do some little, I have to do my little stitching. And just a little bit. And you just have to give some of this time to dry, like the little, the stickles. Just give them a little bit of time to dry on there, just so you don't mess up your artwork. And let's see, I'm going to take my black Pigma Micron pen, but I'm thinking you could do this with any of the black pens. And I'm going to do my little stitching around here. And that stitching just adds a little bit more to it. For $1 for a napkin at Dollar Tree and a glue stick and all the little tools that you have in your stash, you can make beautiful things. A cereal box painted with some white acrylic paint and then just applying the napkin on there. I mean, I don't know, it just gives me such joy when I can share ideas like this, because it's so easy to just use stuff that we have around us. There's art everywhere if we really look for it. And you don't have to really look for it. You just have to just say, you know what, I like the way that looks. That inspired me to do something else. Or just don't think about it too much. I'm always telling you, don't think about it, because we like to think about every detail. Do we have all the supplies we need for it? And you may not. You may have a different color glitter pen or art pen, or pearls might be a different color, but you could still make something, and you're making it your own. So I'm just using some jute twine, and I actually got this jute twine. Look how much I got. All of this for $1. This is at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm just putting my jute twine on there. And you know what? I think I'm going to add something to it before. I'm just pulling it right through, but I feel like I need to add just a little bit of tulle to it. I'm just going to kind of thread this right through here. I'm just going to pull it along here. And you want to make sure everything is dry. I'm kind of still working with a wet surface on this. And I'm just pulling it right through. And that just adds another element to our tag. Just that little bit. Let's see if I can get a better background on there so you can really see it. And so that's my tag. I might sit here and add some more stuff to it. Let me show you the other one that I did. This one actually was done, and you really can't tell much of a difference. I didn't cover it, I didn't paint it, I just used it just the way it was, and this is the way it turned out. So I applied the napkin, didn't paint it at all. I didn't paint the surface of that at all, and just added my napkin on there, and then I did the back. The back actually had the cereal writing on it, and to me it still looks fine. So no one's really going to notice that it has, like, you can see a little bit of the label from the cereal. No one's really going to notice. They're going to be so fascinated with how beautiful the gift tag looks. And then I just did pearls, pearls, and then right here, this little stuff where the flowers are filled in there, let me show you that, is this stuff called Zazz. And it's kind of like pearl drops. It's like a glitter type of thing, but it looks like it has like a pearl glitter. And it's kind of like in this reddish color. Scarlet it's called. And I got this, possibly, I showed this in a, it wasn't more than $1. It was no more than $1. It might have been like 70 something cents. And I got a few of these in a couple of colors. So you don't have to have like expensive tools to do something really pretty. And so that's what I used to fill in the flowers on this one. And then I also added some sparkle using this also. There's some sparkle right over the little red leaves there, or peach colored leaves. I just added a little bit of sparkle and outlined it and put some more pearls on here. And so that's what I have with that one. And then let me show you the smaller one that I did. Yeah, I'm having fun working on these. And this one's a little bit bent. I can straighten it out a little bit as it dries. Some of these are still drying. So here's the smaller one that I did. And so I just put some jute twine on that. And just put some more pearl drops on here in the blue. And I went in around that flower, this blue flower. I just used some stickles and went around it. And so that's the way it looked. And I didn't have to have the whole, I wasn't getting like caught up with, I got to have the whole teacup in the gift tag. It's just so artsy. So I didn't really need to have that. So don't like limit yourself where you like, I have to get the whole napkin art on the same gift tag. You don't have to get caught up in that. Just go ahead and get your stuff out and do it. So I hope you were inspired by this. I hope this gave you some ideas. It really takes the whole idea of gift giving to another level, especially with the holidays coming up. Some fall gift tags, birthday gift tags, especially if you see those gift tags. Actually, the napkins. If you see a napkin that you really like, you might as well go ahead and get it, because it's really going to add to your crafting ideas as far as cards and gift tags and things like that. So that'll cover you. I'm always making gift tags. I have a bunch of them for the entire year. But I don't mind making these. I really love making these. So I hope you were inspired. You all have a great, great crafty day. I appreciate you spending this time with me. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I would love to have you here. Please like this video. Send your comments to me below, because your comments inspire me. And I love, love hearing from you. So I'll see you real soon. Bye.